Alrighty, how's it going everybody? Combo here. Today we got 5 quick tips for the gas mine here in Season 6 of the finals. Very excited to be bringing you guys this video because the gas mine, let me be honest here, is probably one of my favorite gadgets in this entire game, not on just the medium. By the end of the video, hopefully you can come to understand the true versatility of this gadget. There's nothing really like it in the game, and hopefully by the end of it, I can sway you into potentially putting this thing in your loadout. Or maybe don't, so Embark doesn't nerf it. It really just comes down to your personal preference. But besides the point, jokes aside, it certainly does not need a nerf. However, once again, this thing is quite versatile, and by the end of the video, hopefully you learn something new. Alright people, I'm gonna get done with the yapping here, and let's get right into the video. Alrighty, so starting things out at number 1, we have the wall breach. Essentially what we're going to be doing here is taking a little page out of Rainbow Six's book and using the gas mine as a way to damage targets through walls without them being able to shoot us back. So for instance, right, let's say there's a light in here, he has a double barrel. We obviously don't want to open this, but we know he's in here. Once again, this will do very good with proximity sensors because you can see targets through walls, but if you have good game sense, you may not need it. If you did not know this, this also applies to pyro mines, grenades, as well as gas grenades. You can actually damage targets with gas through walls. So once again, all we're going to do here is put that mine on that wall and give it a nice little shot right here. And as you can see here, we are damaging that target, and he has no way to damage us back, unless obviously he does the same thing, but we can just back away from it. This also forces targets to move out of an area, and you can use this to kind of like bait them into your team. Very powerful tech, highly recommend you give it a try, and once again, this can be pulled off very quickly. You can walk over and quick melee it if you don't want to take the time to shoot it. Really, whatever you want to do, this tech can help you, so go out and give it a try. Alrighty, so next up at number 2, we have the Frag Combo. So for those who watch my streams or any of my gameplays for that matter, you will know that this is my absolute bread and butter combo on the medium. The damage is fantastic, the uptime is great, you can use it to engage or disengage, high burst damage, it really does everything. I'm not kidding when I say that. So this is quite simple to pull off, however I would say there's an order that you want to do this in. All you're going to do is underhand a frag grenade followed up by a thrown gas mine. This will do the damage of the obviously frag grenade, but also it will leave a cloud of gas which will do a little bit of burst damage to your target. So once again, underhand and throw. As you can see right here, most of the time this will one-shot the majority of lights. The nice thing too, because that gas mine has such a big radius, it's quite easy to damage multiple opponents. You don't have to be accurate with it, so once again, just toss one of these out here, turn around. Maybe he doesn't take a ton of damage. That gas is going to linger though and damage him and probably his teammates. If you kill a target with this as well, it will leave the res statue in gas, as you can see here, which is also very powerful. And one thing I love to do if I'm getting chased by targets, if I'm getting chased by like a light for instance, I'll run, put one of these at my feet, run away, they'll chase me, take a ton of damage if they decide to chase me. At a minimum though, it will force them to more than likely run away and disengage because they don't want to run through that gas. So once again, super powerful combo, highly recommend you give it a try. Alrighty, next up we have mine stacking. Now, for those who've been playing this game for a while and even some of my new players out there, you will know that you can only have 2 mines on the ground at any given time. However, as you can see, when I throw down those 2 gas mines there, the cooldown on the right side of my screen is still recharging. So what we can do, if we are keeping track as to where our gas mines actually are, we can create an area denial tool that is equivalent to 4 gas mines rather than just 2. So let me explain here. Let's say for instance I have these 2 gas mines here and I really need to lock down this area. Maybe just these 2 gas mines aren't going to cut it. So for example, if I shoot this one here and shoot this one here, that's the equivalent of 2 mines. However, because they're gone now, I can shoot this one and the gas from my previous mine will stay there. So I think you can probably get where I'm going with this. If you keep track of your mines, destroy the previous 2 in an attempt to block off an area, then throw down 2 more, assuming they're off cooldown, you can have the effective area of 4 gas mines or 4 gas grenades to block off an area. Do not underestimate this one. You can block off a ton of space if you get good at managing those cooldowns. So go out there and give this one a try. Alright, next up we have the CL40 Combo. Now this is one of my favorite combos in the entire game. One, because it takes the damage of the CL40 to another level. It's pretty easy to pull off. Once again, the area denial on this one is fantastic. And overall too, it's just really fun to do. And I do think there is, in a sense, right, a competitive advantage to running the gas mine with the CL40. So this is pretty simple. all we're going to be doing here is tossing out our gas mine, immediately swapping back to our CL40 and blowing up that gas to do some extra damage. So once again, just like it sounds like, you shoot it. As you can see here, that will damage the target. Ideally, when you throw this, do not try to shoot it out of the air. Although sometimes you can get lucky and do it, you're gonna screw yourself over doing that. Generally, what I do is I try to throw my mine as quick to the opponent as I can, and then rather than try to shoot the mine, like I throw the mine then try to shoot the mine, try to shoot the opponent, because the bulk of your damage is still going to come from the CL40. So I throw this at target, but as you can see there, I'm not aiming for the gas mine, I'm aiming for my target. So once again, even if I throw it all the way over there, I aim for my target, I'm doing more damage to him, and it still detonates my gas mine. So there is a skill factor to this. You are going to have to practice. Just be confident that even if you're a little bit off, right, with your shot of that CL40, you are still going to detonate that mine. So make sure when you throw it, you're aiming at that target. Oh my god, embarrassing. Talk about practice. You're aiming at that target and not the gas mine. As you can see right here, it's going to make your damage a lot more consistent. So definitely go out and give it a try. And finally, at number 5, we have an unbeatable combo that's been around since the start of the game. We have the double mine. The damage on this is fantastic, as well as the area denial. Because you have 2 gas mines, combining the explosive mine with the gas mine in one area to essentially one-shot lights and essentially one-shot mediums can be really good for area denial. My only tip with these is make sure you're putting them in areas where people don't just immediately see them, because then you're wasting 2 cooldowns. So I put an explosive mine to gas mine right here. Once again, if I'm walking around, I'm obviously going to see that, and I'm just going to shoot it and get rid of it. So what I recommend here, if you're going to take advantage of this combo, because you're going to have 2 flashing lights sitting on those mines, put them in places where it's going to be more difficult for your opponents to see them, so you can take full advantage of the massive damage that you have from this, and throw these on objectives and get multi-kills. It's a pretty good time. Anyways, everyone, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. One of the things I tried to do with this video is make sure every tip kind of built on the last one. So for instance, right, there's a target in here. I use the CL40, put the mine, damage them through walls. I could combo that with the frag. Also with the CL40 in this one, you could take 2 mines, shoot them both, and do extra damage with the CL40. Once again, the sky is really the limit. And what I'm also trying to show off here is the gas mine really does combo with everything. So once again, if you want a part 2 of this video, I could definitely use it. I would say I've been using the gas mine for like the entirety of this game, and there's a million things I could talk about. So let me know if you want to see a part 2. All right, people, I'm gonna quit yapping. Thank you so much for the support on the channel. We are very, very close to 10K. I don't usually do this, but maybe dropping a little subscribe and that little red button right there would make my day. That's all I'm saying here. But do with that information what you will. This has been Combo. Thank you so much for coming and watching. Stay home, stay safe, and yeah, peace out, everybody. Later.